Good day, my name is Omanema Steven with the registration number U23DLCS30103, and I'm here to present the assignment for Cox 405 for Team E. As you can see, here is the assignment, and the assignment is divided into two separate phases, which is the HTML version and the .php version, which is the version that actually interacts with the database. So I'll be starting with the HTML, be walking us through the HTML side of it. So here we have the HTML of the index, that's the home page, that has the list of the categories of the news we have in a grid format, and also has a button that we can use to add, that can take us to where we can add more news to the website. So when we click on any of this category now, it goes to the list.html, which is just a static page showing how news items will be listed. Then we have the spots that will take us to, it's just basically the same because it's a static page. Alright, so the other page is the add news, where we can have a form that can help us to store more news into, or taking more news into the database. But here is a static page and it's not going to be interacting with the database. So moving on is the .php version, which is index.php, that has the same thing as the HTML, but here we are interacting with the database. This is connected to the database. Now this is the home page that also shows the same categories of news, but when you go to all news, this will retrieve all the information we have in the database. This will tell us, show us all the news item, and each of the news item is having the title, the summary, the category, that's technology, the submitter, which is the name of the person who submitted the news, and a read more, that's a link to read the full version of the news. So moving on is other categories. When you click on politics, it filters the list of news to the particular category you clicked. So when we selected politics, now the news that came under this place is going to be about politics, and if you check the category, you're saying politics. The same thing is applicable to sports. When we go to sports, it shows us news items on the sports, and the same thing is applicable to technology, that shows us every news we have in the technology category. Now when we go to add news, it shows us a form that we can use to add more news to our website. Now this is a validated form in such a way that when your title, link and summary is empty and you click submit, it shows us a jQuery alert to tell you that title is required, link is required, and your summary is also required. The category has already been pre-filled by us, and the submitter is not really required for the submission of any news. So I'll be trying out with a news item for us to see how this works. So the summary can be summary of the news. Then the category, I'm going to select sports, or let's just select politics. Then the submitter can be Usman. Then we'll click on submit. On clicking this submit now, the news will be added to the database, which you see, and it will be redirected to list.php, where we have the recently added news here. You can see it here, it's down here. The submitter is Usman. Here is the summary, here is the title, and here is the link that will take us to read the full version of this news. So moving on, we have this. Thank you.